Hi everyone, how are you doing? I'm Alfiza Dinda Mayuri with student number 021. I would like to give my presentation with the title Deadly Obsession Over Beauty in Soul's Beauty, a New Criticism Analysis. First and foremost, let's get to know the poet. Dante Gabriel Rossetti, with original name of Gabriel Charles Dante Rossetti, was born on May 12, 1828 in London and died on April 9, 1882 in Birchington-on-Sea, Kent. He was a British painter, poet, illustrator, and one of the founders who helped establish the Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood, or a group of painters who treated the subjects of religions, morals, and the Middle Ages in a non-academic way. The Italian Sonnet 77, or Soul's Beauty, written by Dante Rossetti, is basically about the beauty and destruction that come all at once. The rhymes of this sonnet is ABB, AA, BBA, and it is composed of an octave and a sestet. To begin with, this poem talks about how beauty can lead to destruction if it is not seen as a blessing from God. It is why the sense of the poem is quite dark, because the beauty itself, it definitely needs an endless fight against the evil world. In this analysis, I chose a new criticism theory to identify the poem. New criticism is an analytic literary criticism that is marked by the concentration on the language, imagery, and emotional or intellectual tensions in literary works. New criticism focuses on each text's own formal element ensured, each object being interpreted, and it will itself dictate how it will be interpreted. The imagery elements of beauty and destruction are reflected in the form of metaphor in the poem. The issue that stands out in this poem is the power of beauty that can control and destroy. It is directly certain that the speaker refers beauty, taking all things together, and her as a structure has a sort of a strict enthusiasm connected to religious with the appearances of her. She, the speaker says, controlling everyone around her and watching, similar to a god, those that follow her twist to her every impulse, and will take the necessary steps to track down her. They drag along her with the pulsating of their strides and hearts right behind her. The focus of analysis of this poem is the topic of the poem itself, which are shown through the imagery elements of beauty and destruction. By using the theory of new criticism, this will make it easier to unlock the meaning in the poem more deeply. The theory of new criticism is used to identify each object and the formal elements in the poem. Based on my understanding and perspective, the elements are chosen because those are the strongest elements portrayed in the poem. The elements of beauty and destruction are reflected very clearly because there are some words that support the existences of those elements, such as love, death, terror, mystery, beauty, struck awe, breath, gaze, sky, sea, woman, lady beauty, praise, heart, feet, passionately, and irretrievably. Those words are written to complete the word choices and imageries to support the portrayals of the element of beauty and destruction. Therefore, I chose to analyze those words as the reflections of the elements. Okay, next is the illustration of the poem. The speaker is coming upon the encapsulation of beauty. She is encircled and secured by terror and mystery, just as love and death. These components of like are every one of the piece of beauty, and she sits enthroned under the arch of life. The speaker refers beauty taking all things together, her structures, and has a sort of strict intensity of religion connected with the appearances of her. She, the speaker, says, controls everything and everyone, and watching everyone like a god. Those that follow her twist to her every impulse and will take the necessary steps to track down her. They drag along her with the pulsating of their strides and hearts right behind her. Alright, now let's move on to the analysis based on the topic or issue. The first is the elements of beauty are clearly shown in the line below that shows the poetry device under the arch of life, where love and death is a metaphor. The line indicates the element of beauty as well as the destruction that comes along. Dante writes that love and death are absolute things in people's life. Then, based on my understanding, the line shows the element of beauty because love and death exist harmoniously to create the beauty in life. And then the second, the line indicates about the element of destruction. Terror and mystery guard her shrine, I saw. It is because terror and mystery lead to destruction in a beautiful woman's life. A beautiful woman doesn't live an easy life. She has to deal with a lot of obstacles because of her beauty. The beauty that she has might cause terror and mystery in her life, for she doesn't know what kind of life that she is going to face. Okay, next, both of the elements of beauty and destruction are shown below. Beauty enthroned and though her gaze struck awe is a metaphor. The line above shows the element of beauty reflected by Dante clearly, not implicitly. It is because a beautiful woman is crowned with her own beauty. Then the part of her gaze struck awe indicates destruction because the woman is portrayed not to be sure about whether or not the beauty is worth to be shown off. She is uncertain about the consequence that she will face because she is pretty. Maybe a question is running back and forth in the beautiful woman's mind: will I be happy with this beauty? Furthermore, the line below shows the element of destruction. I drew it in as simply as my breath is a metaphor too. The line above indicates the destruction because of women's beauty, and in my perspective, I can say that Dante portrays male gaze. The gaze is dangerous for beautiful women because if it is not controlled, it can destroy a woman's life. And then male gaze is something that all women, especially beautiful women in here, has to be aware of. Dante, because he is a man, he tries to let out his opinion about his kind. Okay, next is the line which shows the element of beauty in the sonnet. The sky and sea bend on thee, which can draw, is a metaphor. As the sky and the sea are included in the sonnet, the beauty of women can be read by the readers. A beautiful woman is said to be full in control. She can control everything around her that is said to be around the sky and the sea, and it's just a metaphor that shows how many people might be attracted to her. And then in the number 6, in addition, the line presented below reflects the element of beauty too, by sea or sky or women to one law. The sea, the sky, or women is the combination of word choices that is used to emphasize how powerful a beautiful woman is. She can rule and control everyone with her own law. It means that whatever the woman does or says, people who are obsessed with her will be willing to be controlled. And then number 7, the line below also indicates the element of beauty. This is that Lady Beauty in whose praise. It is because the beautiful woman is being praised by everyone, the beauty can be her pride. To add, the element of beauty is also shown below by flying hair and fluttering hem, the beat. The line above about the flying hair and fluttering hem is the exact depiction of the pleasant appearance of beautiful women. A beautiful woman has beautiful hair too. Then wherever she goes, the hair will be flying. Therefore, many people are amazed with her. And then in number 9, the line about following her daily of thigh, heart, and feet. The line above leads the readers to an interpretation that her beautiful appearance will always follow her. The pleasant appearance of her will accompany her every single day. It is why a lot of people adore her. Lastly, the line below indicates and also closes the depiction of beautiful element in Dante's poem, how passionately and irretrievably. A beautiful woman is passionate, and so is everyone around her. They are passionate about chasing the beautiful women. Alright, finally we come to the last part of my analysis, which is the conclusion. So, Soul's Beauty, or Sonnet 77, is a poem that is written by Dante Rossetti. Is about a beautiful woman that doesn't live an easy life. She has to deal with a lot of obstacles because of her beauty. The beauty that she has might cause terror and mystery in her life. A lot of people adore her, and the sad part adds the depiction of how powerful women's beauty is. A beautiful woman will always be followed by her admirer, no matter how far and how long she goes. She is depicted to be undoubtedly attractive. Therefore, due to her attractiveness, men cannot take off their eyes of her. As a consequence, a beautiful woman lives a difficult life because the world offers her with threat and danger, as a male's obsession will be such a destruction for her life. So, based on the analysis of the imagery elements of beauty and destruction using the new criticism theory in Dante's poem, all the word choices and imageries support the issue very well. It is because all the word choices match with the issue, and then those are beautifully written, so the readers can point out the theme easily. This poem describes a metaphor that is seen from various sides, from the female side, the male side, and the surrounding side, all of which are shown in the lines contained in the poem, as I explained in the analysis earlier. And then the issue that stands out in the poem is the power of beauty that can control and destroy. Meanwhile, the theme of this poem is beauty and destruction are things that can unexpectedly happen at the same time. Finally, we come to the end of my video. Thank you for watching, and I hope my explanation is clear enough for you. Bye! Stay safe!